try to say goodbye every county line. Something's clear to me now. They say love is a dance, and I understand. Spin me around, you've been spinning me around, and around we go. I've been holding on as long as hearts can hold.
3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Through the state of volunteers, trying to steer, passing these towns, missing how you spin me around. There's a currency of a guilty plea. It's in promises and lies. And it's funny how fast you can pass to the other side. There's a barroom we found in a room that's round. What is time but a song? What is love but a dance to children? One moonlight trance on and on. You've been spinning me around, and around we go. I've been holding on as long as hearts can hold. I'm a pilgrim through the state of volunteers, trying to steer, passing these towns, missing how you spin me around.
One minute. 1 minute.
You've been spinning me around, and around we go. I've been holding on as long as hearts can hold. I'm a pilgrim through the state of volunteers, trying to steer past these towns, missing out.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Oh, I forgot to mention, you guys are integral to this show.
15
being a
seconds.
successful show. You got to be rowdy. Be loud. Don't hold back. Okay, good, good. That's okay, but I want that times like 10.
5, 4, 3. Radio Bristol presents Farm and Fun Time. Made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side.
To hear live from the McLaughlin Performance Theater here at the birthplace of Country Music Museum. I'm your host, Farm and Fun Timer Chris Kringle Truelson, here welcoming you to another live broadcast of Farm and Fun Time. It's that time of year when we bring you our holiday specials, so grab a warm cup of eggnog, pull up a chair, and join us for the Farm and Fun Time Christmas Ball. It's getting cheery up in here. It's a packed house as always. How is everybody? I'm warning you, this could be festive overload tonight. So look out. It's going to be a really, really great show. The holidays seem to have crept up really quick on me this year, it feels like. But if you're not quite yet in the holiday spirit, tonight's show is sure to remedy that. Tonight's show is packed with cheer, including our 2 featured acts who will be playing some holiday tunes for us, including Rebel Records recording artist, say that 3 times fast, Rebel Records recording artist High Fidelity, a band that's played Bristol Rhythm and Roots a number of times. They're here. And one of the longest running bluegrass family bands of all time, the McLean Family Band, is here with us as well. We've got a special holiday edition of the Radio Bristol Farm Report profile piece with the Tennessee State Historical Site, Rocky Mount, a homestead village where they do a special candlelight Christmas. They'll be taking us on tour and introduce us to Christmas traditions of the 18th century. I think it's going to be pretty interesting. Our heirloom recipe segment is with storyteller Judy Butterfly Farlow, who's going to spread the Christmas cheer by talking to us about her special holiday recipe, Christmas jam. Get it? Spread. Christmas jam. Yeah, had to wait a long time for that one. All right, first things first, Bill and the Bells are here. Make us welcome. We're going to play you some Christmas tunes, and we'll start with one that we wrote. This is a song that I think kind of reminds folks that the holidays can be hard sometimes, and we'll start with this. It's called Smile, It's Christmas. Decking halls with mistletoe, wrapping presents with pretty bows, crowded malls and a runny nose. Smile, it's Christmas. See the people going to and fro. Everyone's got some place to go. Except for me, Lord, I'm all alone. Smile, it's Christmas. We'll all join hands at Christmas time. Try to find a little peace of mind. Friend, if you got troubles like mine, and you can't catch a break on Christmas, raise a glass of Christmas cheer. Wipe away all your Christmas tears, 'cause it's the best time of the year. Smile, it's Christmas. See the people going to and fro. Everyone's got some place to go. Except for me, Lord, I'm all alone. Smile, it's Christmas. We'll all join hands at Christmas time. Try to find a little peace of mind. Friend, if you got troubles like mine, and you can't catch a break on Christmas, raise a glass of Christmas cheer. Wipe away all your Christmas tears, 'cause it's the best time of the year. Smile, it's Christmas. Smile, it's Christmas. All right, we've got a very special guest with us to kick things off tonight. This is a really good friend of mine, someone who's no stranger to Farm and Fun Time. She was on the original Farm and Fun Time program back in the late 1950s and 60s and early 60s. Please welcome Louise Boughton. Come on, Louise. Come on up here, Louise.
Take it out there.
Yeah. What are you going to sing for the good people?
Blue Christmas. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. What mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me? And when these blue snowflakes start falling, that's when these blue heartaches start hurting. You'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. Take it. Thank you, 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 thank you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. I love y'all. I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you. Decorations of red on a green Christmas tree. What mean a thing, dear, if you're not here with me? I'll have a blue Christmas without you. I'll be so blue thinking about you, but you'll be doing all right with your Christmas of white, but I'll have a blue, blue, blue Christmas. Thank you.
Nice job, Louise. Love you. Louise Boughton, everybody.
Hey, before I go, Chris Trulson has given me a radio show down here, and it comes on every month. And I was wondering, is there anyone here that listens to my radio show? Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I love you to death. I don't want to quit talking. Anyway, they say I'm a legend and a star, and I'm real proud of that, and I want y'all to know that. And I love you all. You know, you're the cause of me being here, right? And Chris Trulson. And I love you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll see you next year if the Lord's willing.
Yes. Yes, you will. Louise Bowden, Farm and Fun Time legend right there. All right, it's time for us to do a jingle. Of course, part of the Farm and Fun Time show is we like to write jingles for our supporters, and we're going to do that. Is this in G?
Show is. To the floor. 1, 2, 3. E. See you. E. See you. Always there for you.
Remember, ECU is there for you, from using your phone to transfer money to making a deposit, signing loan documents from anywhere. For more information, visit ecu.org.
Always there
For
you.
Thank you, Eastman Credit Union, for your support of Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. And folks, now it's time to get into our first segment of the evening, the Farm and Fun Time Heirloom Recipe segment. Food is at the center of our culture and is so important in the Appalachian region. Food represents much more than what we eat. It represents family, memories, history, place, and more. What says the holidays more than sharing food and goodies with your loved ones in your community? Our presenter this month is Judy Butterfly Farlow, a national award-winning storyteller and performing member of the Jonesboro Storytelling Guild. Judy is also a puppeteer, a ventriloquist, a clown, face painter, balloon twister. She's even appeared as Miss Claus at the White House. A perfect guest for our Christmas ball, if I don't mind saying. Tonight, Judy is going to talk about her homemade story jam, and specifically focus on her famous Christmas jam, a jam consisting of many holiday flavors. Please give a big, cheery Farm and Fun Time welcome to Judy Butterfly Farlow.
I'm so glad to be here. I have to tell y'all, I'm nervous. But I do have to tell you something else. My grandparents, my grandmothers, were the exact opposite of each other. One was tall and slender with dark hair and was real well educated. My other grandmother was short, chubby, white-haired, and had not even finished high school. They didn't see eye to eye on much of anything except one thing, and that is they both agreed that I was born talking and curious. Now, because I was curious, I wanted to go wherever they went, and I wanted to see whatever they were doing, and I wanted to do it too. So, because they were my grandmothers, you know I spent a whole lot of time in the kitchen. Well, one time when I was about 5 years old, I was in my grandmama Farlow's kitchen while she was making biscuits. She had a whole big bunch of biscuit dough all making up, and I was busy talking and underfoot like I normally was. I was talking real fast about the preacher. Now, how come it is that the preacher, whenever he came to our house, he ate so much? My granddaddy said he had a hollow leg, and I was getting ready to ask my mama if I could ask the preacher that night when he came if he had a hollow leg. My grandmama looked at me. She wasn't real happy about all that talking and being underfoot, and she'd done something wrong with her biscuit dough because she started fussing with herself, and she threw it into an old cheese ring, you know, the round cheese box. And I'm still talking up a storm, and she gives me that look. Y'all know that look? That look is, I love you, darling, but if you don't get out of here, I'm just going to have to kill you. About that time, she threw that dough into that box and handed it to me and suggested real strongly that I go and find something else to do with myself somewhere else other than in her kitchen. I was ecstatic. I was thrilled. I had a whole round of biscuit dough to play with. I took it out to the lean-to next to the barn that nobody went into anymore. I called it my playhouse, and I began to play with that dough. I made snake biscuits. I made turtle biscuits. I made moon biscuits. And then I tried to make my grandmama's famous thumb biscuits. And when I was done, I smashed them all up and started it again. And I kept playing with that dough until my grandma called me in for supper. Then I put it in the cheese box and I left it there. But unbeknownst to her, I went out there to that lean-to, my playhouse, every day for weeks, and I played with that dough. Now, when it began to get a little dry, I'd add some liquid to it. Either whatever I happened to have, Kool-Aid, milk, buttermilk, it didn't matter. I had figured out a long time ago by watching my grandmamas that if it got dry, all you had to do was add some liquid to it. Didn't make any difference what kind. And then that dough began to take on a different appearance. It wasn't white anymore. Now it kind of got brown and gray. And then it got some green fuzzies on it, you know. But I liked it all the better. Then it began to smell a little bit different too. Didn't smell exactly like her dough was. To start with, it kind of smelled like the cheese box. Then it took on a different kind of smell. It kind of smelled like, you know, like rotten milk. And then it began to smell like my granddaddy's bait box that he used when he went fishing. But personally, I thought it was wonderful. I thought all those colors just were decorations and the smell was just added to it. Well, it was getting to be Christmas time, the holidays, and I was excited because my whole family was going to get together, both of my grandmoms and my granddaddies, everybody, to make a big holiday dinner. And I decided what I would do is I would surprise my grandmamas and I'd make some of my biscuits. Well, I went out to my playhouse and I had practiced on those biscuits, so I got them almost perfect. They put my thumb right in there and made a perfect thumb biscuit. I waited and I watched until everybody was out of the kitchen, and I snuck in with my little plate of biscuits, opened up the oven, and put them right there beside my grandmama's gleaming thumb biscuits, along with the sweet potato casserole, the pumpkin pie, and the sweet potato pie, all in the oven, and then I snuck out the door. My grandmamas were going to be so surprised. I was so proud of myself. Well, in just a few minutes, a real strange smell started to permeate the house. And both of my grandmas were getting real upset about it, trying to find out where it was coming from. And finally, when they located the smell in the kitchen, my grandmama opened that oven door, and when she did, that blast of stinking smell came out at her like that. The steam finally cleared off of her glasses, and she could see what was in the oven making that smell. She just about fainted. What is this? First of all, she called my brother Jimmy, because he was the one most of the time that got most of the trouble. But when she called him in there, he said he was innocent. He didn't have anything to do with those biscuits. Then came my name, Judith Lynn. You know when they use your whole name, you're in trouble. I came in and looked at them, and neither one of my grandmamas were smiling. Neither one of them was happy. I apparently had done something not quite right, even though I didn't know what it was. My grandma just about fainted when she asked me about those biscuits, because she said, "Did you put those biscuits in there?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I did." She said, "Well, where did you get the dough from?" I said, "You gave it to me." She said, "No, I did no such a thing." I said, "Yes, you did, Grandmama. Don't you remember you gave me that dough?" And all of a sudden, her face showed that she remembered that dough. And then, as if speaking to heaven, she said, "Oh, Lord knows what's in that thing. Lord knows what you've put in my good wood stove." Well, my biscuits had to be thrown away. So did her biscuits. So did the casserole. So did both the pies. Everything had to be thrown away. And at that dinner, nobody was happy with me at all. But my grandmothers had another thing, a new thing that they could agree on. They agreed that it was always a real good idea to keep an eye on me, because I could be considered armed and dangerous when I was in the kitchen. But I have to tell y'all, my grandmothers, they gave me the love of cooking. I learned how to make biscuits but I learned how to make other things too. And one of the things I learned how to make was jam and jelly, and I still love making it. And I was making some a few years ago, and I realized that in making the recipe for that particular jelly, it reminded me of a story that I had written about my aunt. And I thought about it, and I thought, story jam. That's what this is going to be. So I started making jellies and jams, and each one has a story attached to it. So when I sell it at the farmer's market or whatever, somebody can have some jam and jelly and read a story along with it. Story jam. And this year, my newest flavor is called Christmas Jam because it's got all the flavors of Christmas. Now, I'll be glad to share the recipe with you. Can't do it tonight because it takes too long. But if you'll see me after the show, I'll be glad to show you my recipe for Christmas Jam, or you can buy a jar if you want to. But I ain't going to sell you no biscuits. Thank you.
Judy Butterfly Farlow, everybody. Wonderful story. All right, we're going to do part 2 of the heirloom recipe segment. Just wrote this one and took a little creative liberties with this. We're calling it Christmas Jelly at Christmas Time. Jelly rhymes a little. It's a little more fun than jam.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. While Santa rides his sleigh at night, he works up quite an appetite. Some say cookies are all he likes, but he might tell you otherwise. I saw Santa make his way right past a big old cookie tray. Into the kitchen I heard him say, Christmas jelly is what I crave. Ho, 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 look at that belly. Santa Claus loves his Christmas jelly. Ho, 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 he'll spread it on thick. Christmas jelly for jolly Saint Nick. Give him a biscuit, he'll be satisfied. Without a little jelly and man alive. Santa's favorite snack of all time. Christmas jelly at Christmas time. Ho, 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 look at that belly. Santa Claus loves his Christmas jelly. Ho, 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 he'll spread it on thick. Christmas jelly for jolly Saint Nick. Give him a biscuit, he'll be satisfied. Add a little jelly and man alive. Santa's favorite snack of all time. Christmas jelly at Christmas time.
Christmas jelly at Christmas time. A big thanks to Judy Butterfly Farlow for helping out with the Christmas heirloom recipe segment. And now, folks, it's time for our first featured act of the evening, coming to us from the beautiful hills of Kentucky. For over 50 years, the McLean Family Band had performed their unique brand of bluegrass music in all 50 states, over 64 countries, often serving as musical ambassadors of the U.S. Department of the State. The McLeans have carved out a much-deserved place in bluegrass history books and keep the long-standing tradition of family bands in bluegrass music going strong, that's for sure. From the Grand Ole Opry to the Carnegie Hall to the Kennedy Center of the Performing Arts, and now to the prestigious Farm & Fun Time stage. Please give a big Farm & Fun Time welcome to the McLean Family Band.
Have you heard the news? Better put on your walking shoes. They say the baby Jesus is born tonight. Come go along with me. We'll see what we can see. They say the child's a love this winter's eve, we're gonna see God's sweetest gift of love. In just a little while, in just another mile, we will see the babe sent from above. Come on and follow, follow, follow the light that shines from the brightest star above. Every step is lighter as the star shines brighter to guide our way to perfect love. And when we get there, if his mama doesn't care, I'd like to hold that little baby on my knee. And just so he won't cry, I'll sing a lullaby. And when he hears my song, he'll smile for me. Come on and follow, follow, follow the light that shines from the brightest star above. Every step is lighter as the star shines brighter to guide our way to perfect love. To guide our way to perfect love. Snow, snow coming down. It's Christmas on the farm. It sure is good being with you by the fire, keeping warm. 1,000 snows may come and go, each melting to the sea, but love will last from year to year. My Christmas gift to you is me. Snow, snow coming down. It's Christmas on the farm. It sure is good being with you by the fire, keeping warm. You can't wrap love in a fancy box. It's something you can't see. No one can ever give you more than this Christmas gift you have from me. Snow, snow coming down. It's Christmas on the farm. It sure is good being with you by the fire, keeping warm. Snow, snow coming down. It's Christmas on the farm. It sure is good being with you by the fire, keeping warm. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. When I was a seeker, I sought both night and day.
prayed both night and day. I asked my Lord to help me, and He showed me the way. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. He made me a watchman upon the city wall. And if I am a Christian, I am the least of all. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, go tell it on the mountains and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Well, you know, we live in Kentucky, and for many years I lived in Johnson City and was at ETSU as well. Now I'm at Morehead State University in Kentucky, and Ruth and Daxon are as well. And one of the things I love about living in this part of the Kentucky and this part of Tennessee, this part of our mountain region, is the music that draws us all together. It's part of our lifeblood as a group of people. And I love the fact that we have people that have played this music for decades, people who are just learning this music, and we're all part of the same family. We're all doing it together. And isn't that wonderful when at Christmas time and you can come together and everybody just plays music and enjoys? I love it so much. Al wrote this song. It's called Santa's Back in Town. Back in town. Santa's back in town, it's all going down. To ring that good cheer, spread it all around. Hey ho, Santa's back in town, to bringing that good cheer, spread it all around. Santa's riding high, Santa's riding low, yelling his reindeer, go man go. Hey ho, Santa's back in town, to bringing that good cheer, spread it all around. Most people up, some people down. That's the way it goes when Santa comes to town. I don't know why that is. Hey ho, Santa's come to town, bringing that good cheer, spread it all around. Santa's back in town, it's all going down. To bring that good cheer, spread it all around. Hey ho, Santa's back in town, to bringing that good cheer, spread it all around. Al. I love that. You know, it's good to have an opportunity to sing these Christmas songs because, I mean, you can sing it all year round, really. Joy to the World is a wonderful thing to sing all year, but it's nice to have a special reason to do it. We're just so excited to be part of this Christmas ball, and we want to thank everybody that... Some of you might know this old mountain song, Brightest and Best. Go start again.
Hail the blessed morn, see the great mediator down from the regions of glory descend. Shepherds go worship the babe in the manger. Lo, for a guard the bright angels attend. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the east, the horizon adorning, guide where our infant Redeemer is laid. Cold on his cradle, the dewdrops are shining. Low lies his head with the beasts of the stall. Angels adore him in slumber reclining. Maker and monarch and Savior of all. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the east, the horizon adorning, guide where our infant Redeemer is laid. Vainly we offer each ample oblation. Vainly with gifts would his favor secure. Richer by far is the heart's adoration. Dearer to God are the prayers of the poor. Brightest and best of the sons of the morning, dawn on our darkness and lend us thine aid. Star of the
You know, I got so interested in hearing my sisters sing that I completely forgot I was supposed to play anything at all on that. My name is Raymond, and these are my two sisters. This is Ruth and Alice. And we started playing music with our father. We started our first television show in Hazard, Kentucky, 51 years ago on WKYH-TV, our first weekly series.
We were babies, of course.
And Alice and Al got married 43 years ago. 42 years. He's the new guy. And that's Al White. And the young man who's playing guitar or banjo or mandolin or bass or any other instrument they hand him, he sings any part. He's from Morgan County, Kentucky. His name is Daxon Lewis. And we're going to sing a song right now that Ruth wrote called Santa Plays the Banjo. 2, 3, 4.
Santa plays the banjo. It's the very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. The North Pole is hustling and bustling and scurrying. Winter's the busiest time of the year. Santa's play banjo tunes all year long. Mrs. Claus is loving every brand new song. Santa plays the banjo. It's the very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. The North Pole is hustling and bustling and scurrying. Winter's the busiest time of the year. Santa played banjo tunes all year long. Mrs. Claus loves every brand new song. Santa plays the banjo. The very best way to make our Christmas bright. Santa plays the banjo. Don't worry about the new year, it'll be alright. Now Santa's got toys for the young kids and old kids, art box, card decks, trains, and games. With a wink, Santa whispered in my ear, how'd you like a banjo in your stocking this year?
Well, we're going to sing another song right now that Ruth wrote, and I absolutely love this song. It's called Where Is It Now?
On Christmas Day, a divine birth brought joy and peace on earth. A singing angel, a shining star, and love in every heart. But where is it now? Did it leave Where's the angel? Where's the star? Is this who we are? Waiting for answers takes its toll. Hard times on a weary soul. Where is it now? Did it leave us somehow? I watch and listen and try to find where is it now? It's in our hearts, it's in our eyes, it's in our laughs and in our cries, our thoughts and words each day. It's up to us to lead the way. That's where it is now. Keep it going somehow. Let Christmas remind us how to find where it is now. That's where it is now. Keep it going somehow. Let Christmas remind us how to find where it is now. That's where it is now.
How are we doing on time? Do we have time to do one more number? Yeah. Okay, beautiful. I'm so glad because I love to hear Alice sing this. And we're so happy to be here with all these wonderful entertainers, with all these wonderful singers and players, and with each one of you. Thank you so much for including us.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can't see. Somebody waits for you, kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. I don't know if there'll be snow, but have a cup of cheer. Have a holly jolly Christmas. And when you walk down the street, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Oh, ho, the mistletoe hung where you can't see. Somebody waits for you, kiss him once for me. Have a holly jolly Christmas, and in case you didn't hear, oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Oh by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.
The McLean Family Band, everybody. Thank you so much, guys. Wonderful to have them here on Farm and Fun Time, finally. Thank you, Raymond. Merry Christmas. You can go and check them out at McLeanFamilyBand.com. Now, friends, it's time for the Radio Bristol Farm Report, made possible by HVAC and Ed Hill, a full-service specialty contractor offering a full complement of building solutions for plumbing, heating, ventilation, building automation, geothermal, solar, wind, and more. For more information, visit hvacbristol.com. Yeah. The Farm Report profiles regional farmers strengthening our community through sustainable, eco-friendly practices and helping to positively impact our region's food access and health. Every month we visit a regional farm and do a profile piece on that farm, as you all know. This month we got to get into the holiday spirit by visiting Rocky Mount State Historical Site in Piney Flats, where they give living history tours on their 1791 homestead, including historic outbuildings, a working sheep farm, and a museum filled to the brim with historic artifacts. Visitors get a glimpse into the life of the Southwest Territory in the 18th century. We met up with Justin White, Education and Collections Director at Rocky Mount, to talk about some of their seasonal programming, including their magical Candlelight Christmas tours, which we went on just last week. Let's watch the Farm Report to learn more.
My name is Justin White. I'm the Education and Collections Director here at Rocky Mount State Historic Site. Rocky Mount is the historic site that it was the first capital of the Southwest Territory. It was the home of William Cobb and his family. And when George Washington appointed Governor William Blount to be the governor of the Southwest Territory in 1790, Governor Blount came and stayed here at the Cobb House and stayed until 1792 before the capital was moved to Knoxville and governed the territory from this site. We became a historic site in 1958, and since then we have been doing living history, first-person historical interpretation. So when you go into the different buildings, we have interpreters playing the part of the Cobb family and various characters. The actors do their own research. All their clothing, everything in the houses are period appropriate. So it's very much like stepping back in time. Candlelight Christmas is our biggest event of the year. It's spread out, it's over 4 days. It's the first Friday and Saturday and the second Friday and Saturday in December. And it's the only time during the year we do our evening tours. And it's Christmas Eve 1791 is what you're walking into when you come into Candlelight Christmas. So it's a completely different tour than we do any other time of year. We bake gingerbread and apple fritters. Christmas in 1791, I think one of the most interesting things about Christmas in 1791 is while there are a lot of similarities, you'll see a lot of things that you recognize as Christmas, as modern Christmas, like holly and sort of the mistletoe and stuff like that. A lot of what I find interesting is what you don't see. You don't see Christmas trees because that's not period appropriate. Christmas trees were brought several decades later by German immigrants. You don't see references to Santa Claus. That came later. Just like we do today, there's big meals being cooked, there's music, there's friends and family coming over, there's exchange of gifts. It's a big celebration.
To learn more about food and farming, visit Appalachian Sustainable Development's website at asddevelop.org. And if you're interested in visiting Rocky Mount State Historic Site, visit RockyMountMuseum.com for more information. A big thanks to Justin for the great tour and really getting us into the holiday spirit. It was really a magical thing. I highly recommend it. Go check that out. All right, got Bill and the Bells up here again, and we're going to play you a couple more holiday tunes. We're going to play you a brand new one. I just wrote this with my friend Ashley Wright over in Boone. She's in a band called Earlene, and she's an amazing songwriter. We wrote this one over the phone together I told her I wanted to write a Christmas song about a critter, and then like 30 seconds later, she texted me a verse to a song about the Mary Bear, and then we finished it. It's called The Mary Bear.
Only we're always that easy. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, the Mary Bear likes to spread his Christmas cheer to his friends both far and near, like a Harrier Santa Claus. Oh, the Mary Bear likes to wrap his gifts with care, though his claws may rip and tear, all his friends are understanding. The porcupine, the groundhog, and the owl find in the mailbox just in time a merry holiday invitation. What a sight! They all gather on Christmas night, and to the Mary Bear's delight, snowflakes start gently falling, and with their bellies full of fruitcake, they'll open up the honey wine and gather round the grand piano to sing a round of Auld Lang Syne. When the evening ends, he says goodbye to all his friends. The Mary Bear then settles in for a winter hibernation.
The Mary Bear. All right, we'll take you to the islands now with another holiday classic.
Mele-kaliki-maka is the thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. That's the island greeting that we send to you from the land where palm trees sway. Here we know that Christmas will be green and bright, sun to shine by day and all the stars at night.
Wait a minute. Don't you think Santa deserves a vacation? Because I bet he would love Hawaii.
Well, it's funny that you should mention that, Helena. I know Santa loves vacation, and he loves the islands. And here's a song to prove it. Santa does his hula dance. The elves chuckle and the reindeer laugh. Knowing that the work is through, it's time for holiday in Oahu. White Beach to the old Congo. All the boys and the girls they know. Fat man, he deserves a break. It's Santa's hula holiday. Kani kani pele, ho ho ho. Nose keeps dripping and his fingers are froze. High in the sky, but it's 30 below. So maliki liki maka, now Santa's gotta go. Go, 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 go. White Beach and the island sun. Next year it's coconuts for everyone. All the boys and girls shout hooray! It's Santa's hula holiday. Oh, take it. Santa, you shake it. Oh, you sure can shake it. Santa needs an island getaway.
Hula, 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 hula holiday. A hula, 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 hula holiday. A hula, 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 hula holiday.
Santa's Hula Holiday. And now a word from a wonderful, generous sponsor, Window World Tri-Cities.
Baseball's double-hung sliders. Window World, they your window provider. Their selection, it just keeps getting wider. Of baseball's double-hung in sliders.
Yes, for Baseball's double-hung in sliders, it's Window World, where all products are custom-built and American-made. For free in-home consultation, windowworldtricities.com.
Baseball's double-hung sliders. Window World, they're your window provider. Their selection, it just keeps getting wider. Of baseball's double-hung in sliders.
Thank you, Window World Tri-Cities, for your support of Farm and Fun Time. Is everybody hanging in there? Y'all doing okay? Good, good. All right, we've time for our next featured artist this evening, who delivers some absolutely top-of-the-line traditional bluegrass music. Rebel Records recording artist High Fidelity revived the classic sounds of the 1950s and 60s regional bluegrass, as you may have heard on rare B-sides of an old 45 record. Not only do they remind us of the lost sounds from bluegrass's past, but they're able to bring these traditions forward with a vigor, delivery, and voice unique to themselves. They made a number of appearances here at Bristol Rhythm and Roots Reunion, which I'm sure many of you have seen. They've been here the last few years. And we're so pleased to have them back in Bristol and for the first time on Farm and Fun Time. Please give a big Farm and Fun Time welcome to High Fidelity, folks.
Glad to be here with y'all tonight. Got to get the fiddle mic arranged a little bit, and we'll get started right along here. Thank y'all so much for coming out, and all of you listening and watching on the televisions and the YouTubes and whatever it is. So, here we go.
Heading back to the hills and home. This old country never more to roam. The traveling life is not for me. I'm headed back to the hills and home.
Thank y'all so very much. That was the title track off of our first Rebel Records release, Hills and Home. And glad y'all enjoyed that one. Well, we're going to do you a variety of some Christmas material. We love singing Christmas songs and the true meaning of Christmas, and which is our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We celebrate his birth on Christmas and the reason that he was born and came, which was to save our souls. And we're so thankful for that. And we're going to sing you a song here. We're going to do some lighthearted Christmas songs. And we're huge fans of Don Reno and Red Smiley. They did a Christmas album about 1963. And Chris Truelson asked us to do some of their material from that album on our show. So I've heard them for a long time, but I've never actually done them very much. So we'll see what we got here. This one's called, written by Jim Eames. And it's called It Won't Seem Like Christmas.
The windows are lighted with bright colored candles. The spirit of Christmas is here. With all of its gladness, it's bringing me sadness. I'm not with my darling this year. It won't seem like Christmas without her, I know. A long, lonely day it will be. Without her caresses and sweet tender kisses, it won't seem like Christmas to me. While other folks open their gaily wrapped presents around the Yule tree Christmas morn, I'll unwrap her picture and read her old letters and wish I had never been born. It won't seem like Christmas without her, I know. So there'll be no gay Christmas tree while church bells are ringing and children are singing. It won't seem like Christmas to me.
Thank you so much, folks. Well, one of my favorite songs to sing and play around this time of year is one written by James Pierpont, I think was his name, and he wrote this long, long time ago. And I love all the verses. Nobody sings all the verses, and we're not going to tonight.
Well,
but
you
we'll
could
pick
throw
it for
one in there if
Well,
you
I
feel
guess
like
I could, maybe.
You sing that one nobody knows, you see.
I do, yeah, that's right, about the, let's see, what was that? Well, anyhow, we'll do you the song here. I'm picking way, and it's called Jingle Bells. much. We'll do you a Christmas song that we certainly enjoy singing, and we sort of work this out in a quartet arrangement. Tell you who we are quickly. My much better half here playing the fiddle, doing a wonderful job. Karina Rose Logston. Over here on the guitar, doing a wonderful job for us as well, Mr. Daniel Amick. And behind us here, filling in for our regular bass player, Vicky Vaughn, is Mr. Brad Binge. Hey.
Brad, I believe they thought you were Vicky.
Yeah, that's right.
And over here on the fancy banjo, this is Jeremy Stevens. Make him welcome with you.
Thank you very much. Certainly appreciate that. We'll get Brad to sing this one here with us, sing the lead on an old Christmas song that we love quite a lot here.
We'll get old Tall and Skinny over
Yeah, that's
here.
right. We're going to have Tall and Skinny Daniel over here to sing a little bass with us on this one here as well. It's called Joy to the World. You know, a lot of homes have Christmas reunions every year.
Oh, that ain't
it's
good.
always wonderful to, well,
Well, you go ahead and tell them.
it's always wonderful when all the faces are there, but we know that there are probably a lot of homes where some of the faces are missing around this time of year, and our hearts go out to you. And we're going to do you a song here that Don Reno and Red Smiley recorded on their Christmas album. And let me see, I want to get in the right key here for it. And it's called Christmas Reunion.
Our Christmas reunion, always in the past, was something to our hearts so dear. A link in the chain we'll be missing this year. Our sorrow will be hard to bear. The family will gather at home as before, for that's what you'd want us to do. Our Christmas reunion this year will be sad. Only God knows how much we'll miss you. God knows how much we'll miss you.
Thank you very much. We'll break away from some of the Christmas material for a moment here and do you a song that we got from the Louvin Brothers and the original Carter family.
Well, this is a holiday theme song.
Yeah, that's right, because we don't work on around Christmas time, do
That's
we?
right.
I usually say this one's kind of slothful, but, well, I guess it is, but we have an excuse around Christmas. So.
That's right.
It's called I Ain't Gonna Work Tomorrow.
Or it may be a rainy
Well, we're going to call on Daniel here now to do a song that's liked quite a lot by the Little Kitties, and it's a good song here. This was on Don Rio and the Red Smiley's Christmas album as well, with a guest artist singing it, a guy by the name of Jeff Simmons. And but we ain't got Jeff here, we got Daniel. So here he is with Frosty the Snowman.
Made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day.
Mighty fine, Daniel. Thank you so much. And we're going to do you a number here that we have on our latest album that we've gotten some good airplay with, and really appreciate that from the folks in Radio Land that have played our records. And we love the Twin Banjos. In fact, you know, a lot of folks these days kind of shun away from a whole lot of banjo playing, but one ain't enough. We got to have two. Sometimes we have three in High Fidelity. This is one that we got from the pen of a guy named Bob Montgomery, who played with Buddy Holly back in the 1950s, and it was the very first song that Buddy Holly ever recorded when he was still in high school, and we thought it made a good bluegrass number. It's called Gotta Get You Near Me Blues. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. We've wanted to come out here and do the Farm and Fun Time for a long time. I'm so glad we got to make it happen. Thanks. Big thanks to Chris Trulson for making that happen for us. We do have some product out. Yeah, give him a hand. He works hard. We've got some CDs and things set up out there if you're interested in our music, and we sure appreciate you hanging out with us. We're honored to be here at the Christmas Ball. What a special occasion.
That's right. It's wonderful.
So we'll leave you with another one of ours. It's called I Ain't Got Time.
stuff right there. You can check out their latest record, Hills of Home, on Rebel Records at highfidelitybluegrass.com. What'd y'all think tonight? Did you have a good time? We hope so. Huge thanks to all the folks tuning in, wherever you might be, to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Big thanks to High Fidelity, the McLean Family Band, Louise Boughton, Judy Butterfly Farlow, Justin White and Rocky Mount State Historic Site, ASD, HVAC, and Ed Hill, ARCD, Window World Tri-Cities, our engineer Josh Littleton. Give him a hand. Our whole Radio Bristol team, we appreciate them. And a big congratulations to this fella down here, Mr. Brett Davis and Joe Ney, he's got a newborn just a few days ago. So big congrats to them. Also, a big congrats to our wonderful live in-studio audience. Next month, we're going to kick off the new year with a banger of a show. We've got C.W. Stone King, Blues in Hokum, all the way from Australia. The Vaden Landers Band, a great honky-tonk band from Asheville that you're really going to like. And, of course, don't forget to check out the Farm and Fun Time Noon Show with the Cody Norris Band, made possible by Permatile Concrete Products. And we want to wish everyone a very happy and warm holiday season. Thanks for being a part of the Christmas Farm and Fun Time Christmas Ball. We're going to take you out with one song. This is probably my favorite holiday song of them all. This is White Christmas. If you feel like singing, don't hold back.
Just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white.
Thanks for tuning in to Radio Bristol's Farm and Fun Time. Made possible by Eastman Credit Union. Wherever life takes you, ECU is by your side.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten
so much, folks. We appreciate you. Thanks for being a part of the Farm and Funtime family. We wish you all a very happy holidays, and big thanks for coming out. Help support the artists if you would.